皆もご存知渦巻きナルト。
Yo, what is up? It's your boy RJ in the building, and today I just want to talk about, if you do want to contact me regarding getting better at the game, if you're serious about getting better, you want some help from myself, then by all means contact me via my Discord or my PSN. Both will be in the link in the description down below as well. Also, maybe WD My Academy might come back like a second generation type thing. I'll have to speak to Ian Poison about that, as well as I do mainly the teaching out of the three of us. But that, just hit the notification bell for that and you'll get an update regarding that. But for now, I do run like a little chat for my own students, so if you're interested in that and you do want to come to me and get better, then by all means just let me know via Discord or PSN as well. So without further ado, let's waste no more time and get into the video. Play it. Just because I am here, what is neutral? Controlling the space between you and opponent. There is still space between me and you, thus I am in neutral. Neutral is not distant reliant, right? It's not reliant off of distal. If I'm here, I'm in neutral. If I'm across the map, I'm in neutral. If I'm in the air, I'm in neutral. If I'm underground, I'm in neutral. As long as I do not press circle and connect a hit on you or your guard, I am still in neutral. It does not matter what I do. That's why I said it's not when you're pressuring someone's guard, you're constantly bouncing in and out of neutral. You did briefly mention it, but you didn't think about that when I asked you, because a lot of people think that just because I'm here, I'm not in neutral because you're being aggressive. I'm not being aggressive. I'm just standing next to you. Where's the aggression? I could be very defensive from here. Actually, to be fair, I'm just close to you. Just what I mean, it is not a distant thing, right? Neutral is not based off of distance. Just because I'm close to you doesn't mean I'm being aggressive, right? Just because I'm far away from you doesn't mean I'm being defensive. I cannot plead defensive and be here. I can be aggressive and be here. I can either throw jutsus at you if I have the jutsus. I can throw kunai. This is aggression. I'm still throwing stuff. I'm attacking you. I'm throwing shit at you. If I'm playing a shooting game, right? If I'm playing a shooting game, yeah, and I'm using a semi-automatic gun, right, and I'm far away from you, and I'm shooting you all the time, I'm spamming my bullets, am I being aggressive or defensive? Okay, but I'm on the other side of the map. If I'm using a sniper, and I'm just spamming shots at you, as soon as you peek, I'm spamming it, am I being aggressive or defensive? I'm being aggressive. Okay, so it is not distant reliant. Just because I'm far away like this doesn't mean I'm being a defensive, and just because I'm close up like this doesn't mean I'm being aggression. It is, yes, when you're close up, you have more aggressive options to take. Yes, when you're far away, you have more defensive options to take. Yes, yes, that is true. But I still have defensive options from here. I can do this, straight into this. Go into tilt. Look, I've made some distance now, and now I can do my more defensive options from here. In terms of aggression, what's my aggressive options? I can do this, come in here, I could come again, I could constantly spam kunai at you, I could constantly spam double dashes at you. Like, I can still be aggressive, or I can go on a counter attack base, which is passive aggressive, where I'm kind of annoying you, so I'm still throwing kunai, doing the mix up with the kunai, right? This is unsafe. I mix up with empty dashes just to bait you, so I'm still throwing shit at you, and as soon as you dash in, I'm fighting you now. As soon as you dash in now, I'm fighting you. You see what I'm saying? I'm still having an aggressive playstyle. Just because I'm far away doesn't mean that I'm playing defensive. Yeah, neutral is not distant reliant. Aggression and defense is not distant reliant. Yeah, it depends on what you do. I can be defensive close up, I can be aggressive far away. Is my options limited? Yes. Is it harder? Yes. But it is not reliant on distance. That is where everybody goes wrong. They go, oh, you're just chilling on the back of the map. Why are you being so defensive? I'm not. I'm throwing jutsus at you non-stop. I'm throwing jutsus at you non-stop. I'm throwing kunai at you non-stop. I'm constantly making you move all the time. I'm not being defensive, I'm just staying here. That's the only difference. Yeah. If I play a square character and I'm comboing you from here, am I being defensive? No. I'm hitting you. What do you mean? Where's the defense? Do you see what I'm saying? So that is what I mean when I say if I ask you, am I in neutral here? Neutral is nothing. It's not aggression. It's not defense. It's neutral, right? If I'm here, I'm in neutral still. Here is exactly the same as me being all the way back here standing, because there's still distance between me and you. It's just here there's a greater distance and here there's a smaller distance, but there's still distance. Yeah. If I infinite guard, that is the basics to your neutral. That is your foundation. No matter what you do, you can always go back to the infinite guard. If I jutsu switch for a kunai, I can still go into the infinite guard here. If I dash in, I can still go into the infinite guard just to bait you. Look, I can still do it. Double dash, I can still do it. Jutsu switching, jutsu literally do it from, let's say even what guard pressure, same guard pressure I was talking to you about. Come here, back, still do it here. You see what I'm saying? Like 1, 2, 3, boom. Look, straight into infinite guard. Yeah. So that's what I mean by it's neutral. It is neutral. I can do it facing forward if I wanted to. If I wanted to, I can go back, jutsu. Is it jutsu there? Jutsu. If I had the chakra. Look, see. Still got it right there. So that's what I would say to you. Your foundation. Don't be all over the place. You can use the infinite guard to explain every single option you have in the neutral. Explain that the guarding, right, is not the main. Even though it's called infinite guard, the guarding is not the main aspect. The guarding is your safety net, because you can infinitely block one thing. That is your safety net. But for it to become, the game is a mind game. You mix it up between your neutral options, i.e. your dash switches, your double dashes, your jutsu switches, your dash into jutsu, your jutsu into dash, your grabs if you have good grabs, your tilts if you have good tilts, your air hits. Pain can play good keep out with this. Yeah, that gives you structure, right? That gives your neutral structure. That gives your neutral a core, right? If your neutral has a core and you stem off it, you won't feel like you're going all over the place, having to search and find for all the options, because there's a core. Yeah. If you start with a core and then stem off the core, it becomes a lot easier to explain, and it gives you less work to do. Same thing like your playstyle. If your neutral has a core, then it's easier to play, and it gives you more understanding, and it makes playing neutral easier for you. If you don't have that core, you're just gonna do everything in the neutral, and you're not gonna have no understanding. So you have to, it's so important to go over these things every time you go in the game. Before you do anything else, go into practice mode and work on those 3 areas. Combo them. Think, as I'm comboing them, what do I need to think about? Myself and him. What do I think about with him? This. What do I think about with me? This. In terms of guard pressure, what's all the options I have? You know, why am I doing these options? Need you move to the side? What's the mix here? I can grab if they move. I can tilt, dash stop here and get the same. You know, I can go Shimara, get guaranteed guard pressure, stuff like that. Neutral. What's my core? Infinite guard. How can I stem off of that? I can do all of these options. Alright, cool. Let me get into the game. Yeah? As long as you're doing that, you can never forget, ever. You can't forget because you're doing it all the time. And then even when you're playing, still playing it. I caught them on guard. What option am I going to go for? This option. Alright, cool. You're starting to have yourself think about, you're playing neutral. Remember the infinite guard tippy as I'm playing it. As soon as I catch them in a combo, make it simple for myself. I don't want to mess up. Make it simple for myself. Yeah? As soon as if you do all of that, you cannot forget, because every time you touch the game, you're always going to be thinking about your fundamentals. Always. Like, as if you work on your fundamentals and you have that understanding, like I said, it's easy to know tech and it's easy to abuse like what the character is good at. But what isn't easy is understanding and applying your fundamentals. If you understand and apply your fundamentals, bro, like, even without the tech, you're gonna feel like matches are easy, just because you have you know how to play the game. You understand the game. Like I said, what did I say? Same thing like neutral. Understand the core, and everything else becomes easy. If you understand the game, which is the core of the game, the characters can be. Let's say the characters are the tech, and the game is the core. You need to understand the core, and then it'll be easier to play characters.